Father,
Uh,
in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord, teach me the things that are important, to be generous with your gifts, compassionate to those who have less, just in the face of unfair circumstances, true when the world's values contradict my own, and gracious when things don't go my way. Ano nga sunod, sir?
I also
Hindi ka.
forgot.
May your
Anyway,
special
somebody can
love.
help. Okay, sige,
Pa-help
go.
naman po. Sorry.
And
And magnanimous
magnanimous
when
when
they
they
do.
do. May nothing else matter.
Accept your
Exhibiting your
goodness
goodness,
in
my neighbors
my
and
neighbors
mine.
and mine. Hope that things can get better. And charity that always sets things right. May your special love for the poor be the mark of my uniquely Vincentian education. Hindi ko na alam. Sorry.
Be the work that I excel in.
So in the standard I constantly refer to, and my courage and image someday. With
With
Mary our
Mary, our
Mother,
Mother, and Saint Vincent
Vincent
de
de
Paul.
Paul.
Amen.
Amen.
Sorry, sir.
It's okay. So, ganun
Amen.
din ako eh. Matagal na tayo mula sa school. Okay, thank you for those who helped. Ha? Okay, I'll start sharing now the screen. Medyo maraming topic. Hopefully matapos natin. But slowly. Mahirap i-absorb lahat eh. So, just now, I shared many informations, references on your Facebook group page. So, first question is, saan ba galing ang electricity? Sources of electricity. So in plumbing, we know already water sources, di ba? It's from the dam or the rain or river or underground. In electricity, we also have many sources of electricity. So that's why I shared this link. So as an example, I'll use US because marami silang alternatives in terms of sources ng electricity. In Japan, it's mostly nuclear. In the US, they have so many three major categories of energy for electricity generation. So yung source, yung production of energy, electricity. One is the most common is fossil fuel, of course. But again, fossil fuel is very harmful to our environment, especially coal. Coal, this one yung uling, pollution, source of pollution. Greenhouse effect, yung mga CO2 emission. But coal is the cheapest. Among all the power plants, ang coal is the cheapest and pinakamabilis gawin, quickest to build. And then syempre, of course, natural gas. Natural gas is not that harmful to environment. And my company before, Chiyoda Philippines, is specialized in natural gas. Then we also have petroleum, meaning yung diesel powered generation. So yung generator, yung power plant, ang fuel niya to burn or to is yung diesel or gas. Ang ano nila. Then the most expensive source of energy is, of course, but the most powerful and the most efficient efficient because it is very powerful, so efficient siya. But the problem is it is highly technical and dangerous. It's nuclear energy. Japan, they can handle because Japan is very rich. And also Japanese people is very disciplined, organized. That's why okay lang sila. Even if they have many disasters, earthquakes, they still can manage yung nuclear kasi ano sila, well prepared sila. Marami silang procedure, safety measures, precautionary measures. Kaya effective sa kanila nuclear. But before yung nakwento ko sa inyo, before yung Fukushima meltdown, medyo natakot silang gamitin ng nuclear. And they shifted to natural gas. They converted the nuclear plant to natural gas. Kaya yumaman ang Qatar. Hindi sila kumuha ng sources. And dumami ang natural gas. Dumami ang project ng Chiyoda and iba pang engineering company. Because yung demand sa natural gas is lumaki. Okay. But now, Japan is going back to nuclear. Kasi nga, it's more efficient, it's more cheaper to produce nuclear energy. Kasi existing na yung nuclear plant nila. So they just need to deactivate again. Then the most cleanest and environmental friendly energy source is renewable energy. So I think ito sana magiging new order na rin. But when you say renewable, yung mga windmills in Ilocos, those are examples. Hydro, meaning yung dam. So if you have a dam, so there's a turbine below. Iikot yung turbine, and then pagpasok ng tubig, pressure, because of pressure, the turbine will generate the electricity needed. Then we have biomass. Biomass, I think, is I'm not really sure about biomass. Siguro yung mga waste material ng tao, ng animals. So kino-convert into gas. Yung mga ano natin, utot natin, or yung mga EBAC, human waste. Then also renewable is also the geothermals. If you are in a volcanic region, you have volcanoes, hot spring, and yun nga, like the Philippines, marami tayong volcanoes, so we have geothermal source of energy. So it's only 17 in the US. It's only 17%, and maybe this will increase because of the current pandemic, and we are trying to protect the environment na. Sobra ng pollution, and global warming is too much na. Yung climate change and yung mga forest fire, yung mga in Australia may mga fires siya, di ba, maraming fires because of the heat. And what else? Okay. And nuclear coal, because it's very cheap, it consists of 23% in the US, yung power plant. Then of course the biggest is natural gas, kasi this is the trend now. But now because oversupply ng natural gas, Toyota and other engineering company is now going into hydrogen power plant. New technology na naman to, and I'm not really sure, hindi pa ako na-expose doon. I left already Toyota. Okay. Understand, guys? Clear? Alam niyo na yung mga sources ng electricity.
Opo, sir.
Okay. So right now, si Greta Thunberg is totally against using coal. Coal ang ayaw niya dito. Di ba? That's why she's campaigning for the rich country. Nagalit siya pinagalit na rin sa US yung mga president ng lahat ng countries. Okay, so next presentation. We go now to sources of energy nga. As continuation. Sources of energy. Okay. Okay, so continuation from that topic, sources of electricity. So how is electricity produced? One is through friction. So yung static electricity, which is generated by rubbing two objects. Say yung hand. Kapag nirub mo yung hand, actually, or alam niyo yung static energy, yung kung may damit ka, if you have a certain type of clothing, wool, and then you have friction with the table or metal, and then you touch an object or you touch a person, may static energy dyan. no? Malakas yun actually, guys. Sa in gas stations, that is the number one cause of explosion. Hindi actually yung cellphone, it's not actually the cigarette, it's because of the static and electricity produced. Kasi minsan yung seat cover natin, especially yung material is creating static energy. And once you rub, and then you go out and then touch the metal object or somebody, may static energy. Am I clear, guys? Everybody experience.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
You
sir.
all experience, di ba, static energy? Malakas siya, di ba? Sino dito who did not experience static electricity? Meron ba? Everybody experience, di ba? Anyway, in my project in Chiyoda, yung static energy we are trying to avoid because we are inside my building, the building that I designed, we have very sensitive equipments. So yung static energy is very dangerous. So in fact, lahat ng all our switches, electricity, or lighting, electrical component inside the building is blast proof or not blast proof, explosion proof. Meaning walang spark. Kapag nag-switch ka ng ilaw, naka-sealed yung switch, the spark is not exposed to any to air. So walang mag-explosion inside the building. Walang mag-create. And also the yung flooring, ang specification of flooring, say vinyl tiles or carpet tiles, ang specification niya is anti-static. So we make sure na inside the building there's no static energy or static electricity. Kasi delicate friction, it produces electricity. Okay, another way of producing electricity is through chemical action. Perfect example of this one is the battery. Car battery or yung mga portable type battery. May chemical reaction doon between this one. Zinc and copper combined with electrodes and the acid electrolyte produces electricity. Even your cell phone, ibang klase lithium na ata yun, so it's different type of battery. Hindi siya chemical reaction. I'm not sure about lithium. But yung common type of battery, it's chemical reaction. Clear? Now, to the solution of metal bonded together in junction with heated exhibited. This one I'm not sure. Heated thermoelectric module. Once heated, it produces electricity. I cannot hold on. I'll skip this one first. I'm not sure about this one. Okay, this one is easy, light action. This is actually the solar panels or the photovoltaic cell. So the source of energy is the light from the sun or light inside from the bulb, lighting bulb. So this one, I think all of you is aware na no how this one works. Then pressure is when you exert motion or pressure to an object. So when you hit the object, it produces energy. Example is this one, lighter nga. There's a spark inside, and then the fuel will burn. No. Piezoelectric. This one is this is a new actually. Maraming proposal of this piezoelectric electricity. Piezo meaning once may movement, there is electricity produced. So people are trying to propose this kind of system, but hindi naman nagpo-push through. Meaning, once people along the pedestrian or hallway, people walk. So once you have movement, pedestrian movement, meron dapat sa mga tiles, we have piezoelectricity. They are trying to propose that system to produce electricity. But again, maliit lang yung napoproduce ng wattage. Like yung renewable energy. This is actually a renewable type of of electricity. So marami nagpo-propose yung mga MRT stations, di ba? There's so many pedestrian traffic or vehicular traffic on the roads, but still wala pa naman talagang successful na application ng piezoelectricity. All are just proposals. Because I think maybe walang mag-invest kasi nga it's small amount of power generated. Then the common, this one is also very common, mechanical action. So again, it relies on mechanical component, yung motor or generator, yung dynamo. The exact term is dynamo. It converts the energy. Once it rotates, the magnetic field create current, electric current sa wires. So yung mga hydropower, yung mga from the dam, iikot niya yung dynamo or yung generator, diesel power generators. Ikot niya yung dynamo, then it create electricity. Inside the car, meron tayong alternator. Alternator is the one charging the battery. But the battery is the one providing electricity to the components, equipments inside the car. But the one charging, once you start the car and it runs, the alternator always is charging the battery. Okay, clear? Any questions so far? So those are the sources. So many types of mechanical power plant. This one is hydro from the dam. What else? From geothermal, solar. Okay. So hydropower, this one again is mechanical, using mechanical type of action. The one pushing is the water. Hydropower. So this is a nice illustration of a dam. This is the dam. So the water pressures goes down and turns the turbine or the generator, and then produces the electricity required. Then yung water will go to the river for irrigation of rivers, of the rice field. Generator. If the government will provide dams, mawawala na negosyo itong mga sila Lopez, sila MVP. Maraming nagkumikita ang mga politiko and oligarch. Kaya the government, yung after Marcos, nag-stop na building dams. Ang daming dams na hindi na inactive, yung Wawa Dam dito sa lugar ko. May proposal to renew the dam, but until now wala pang go signal. Sayang. The energy should be cheaper sa Philippines. We have dam, rainfalls, and we have geothermals. Sana volcanic. We don't need nuclear actually. If we can produce the dams and we don't need nuclear plant. Ang mahal-mahal nito, and it's very dangerous. And it's too late na. before sana ginawa na nila, inactivate na nila yung Bataan. It's too late na, luman-luma na siya, and huling-huli na tayo sa technology, sa training ng mga tao. Undisciplined pang Filipino. Hindi pa organized. We are not that organized and disciplined. So, this is the nuclear plant. Hindi ko na masyadong explain to, no? Alam niyo na yung ano niya. It's very technical. Controlled fission and fusion of atomic nuclei. Medyo technical na. I also don't understand those terms. Then we have solar power. So dumadami na to in the Philippines. So mainly it's more on pogi points because you need accreditation from what is that? LEED accreditation of buildings. So that's why they provide LED from my tropical design class. So minsan pogi points to if you install solar panels in the building. So parang concerned ka sa environment. It shows you that your company or the building owner is concerned about the environment. But actually, it's just pogi points. Kasi guys, yung electricity produced by the power plant, solar power plant, is very minimum lang. And also, usually, if the sky is clouded, mahina ang solar power. Diba? And then yung windmill, if the wind is not that strong, wala rin power. This one. That's why selected places lang pwedeng lagyan ng wind power. And also yung solar power, selected places. Okay. Then we have the fossil fuel power plant. Normally, in all power plant, the main, especially fossil fuel, they use steam. So to produce the steam required to generate power, you need fuel to burn to produce the steam. Steam yung boiling water or those. So you need coal, uling, or then you need diesel or diesel. Gas is expensive, so diesel ang pinaka main fuel. Diesel and natural gas, yun. Correct. Natural gas. And also yung na rin, nuclear. Okay, geothermal is also used producing steam. So the power from the volcano or from Earth produce the steam required to produce to generate electricity. Okay, this one is an illustration. So hot water from the volcano, hot spring, goes up to the steam. The steam then rotates the turbine in mechanical action. Then it turns into generator, and then the generator produces the power, and then it goes to the distribution or the distribution of lines. And this one also, I think Philippines also can benefit here, but again, wala nag-invest. Government is not interested because yun nga, the private, yung oligarch will be affected. So wala nang kikitain yung mga political friends nila. And oligarch is giving money to the politicians. Kaya ganyan. So they use the motion of the ocean, yung tides, low tide, high tide, current, to turn the turbines. And yun nga, sayang, it's a waste. We don't take okay, what else? So recap. So we can produce electricity through friction, and it produce static electricity. Then we can produce by chemical action. Yung example is battery. Then heat action, light action from solar panels, pressure, and mechanical action. Then we have hydropower, nuclear power, solar power, wind power. All of this will be part of your prelims exam or quiz, surprise quiz. Yun lang. Okay. Then last. No, not last. This one muna. So far, understand guys? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Nandyan kayo. Are you taking notes? Meron namang you can download na lang. But you need to understand. Mas maganda sa akin is you understand the topic, ha? Mas madaling ma-absorb if you understand. And yun nga, I don't want you to memorize actually. You just need to understand. It's all common sense naman eh. So we now go to Philippine power system. So again, what is the difference between Meralco, NAPOCOR, National Power Corporation, and NGCP? Usually naririnig nyo ito palagi, di ba? Okay, first, I'll use this chart. This one. So Meralco is the one billing us the electricity bill. If you consume electricity, sila yung naniningil sa atin. Sila yung nagre-read ng meter. Kasi sila yung pinaka nagdi-distribute. Sila yung pinakadulo nagdi-distribute papunta sa customer, sa actual customer. So the green circles is Meralco. Meralco operates only in Metro Manila. That's why yung name ng Meralco is Manila Electric Company. Tama, Meralco. But before, ang term ng Meralco during American time, because Meralco was originated from America. Siyempre, they have the technology. America colonized Philippines. So, they introduced electricity in the Philippines. And also, not only electricity, pati yung tram, yung train-powered powered by electricity, tram. Nasa siya, sa street. So, ang actual abbreviation of Meralco is Manila Electric Rail and Lighting Corporation. Parang ganun. It's close to that. So nawala yung rail, yung train na electric train, yung tram nawala during so after America, Japanese came. So halos na destroyed ng lahat ng mga Meralco facility installations and including the trains nawala yung tram. And Japanese took over the Meralco. So naging parang Taiwan Corporation. Owned by Japanese, syempre. And then after the Japanese, bumalik ang America and then they gave us independence. America gave us independence. And yun nga, iba-iba ng presidente ng Pilipinas. Then Lopez, yung company, ABS-CBN, yung owner ng ABS-CBN, bought Meralco. Somehow they managed to control Meralco after the Americans left. Then in 1962, I think, 1962, Lopez took over Meralco, managed to control. After our independence, after so many presidents, Lopez managed to control 100% of Meralco. And then Marcos took over in 1972, declared martial law. So Marcos took over, galit siya kay Lopez, political and then syempre ang laki ng kita ng electricity. So nagkaagawan sila sa power, sa income, sa pera, profit gain from Meralco. So Marcos took over Meralco and I think Romualdez, yung relatives of Imelda, took over Meralco. Then after Meralco, EDSA Revolution, Cory Aquino gave Meralco back to the Lopezes ng totally free of charge. Even if there's many improvement during Marcos, maraming improvement, new power plant, marami siyang additional facilities na installed. They just gave it to Lopez, parang regalo. Ibinigay lang totally kay Lopez without any payment. Maybe in exchange sa support ng Lopezes sa Aquinos and Coangos. And that's why, yun nga. So you get, guys, what I mean? Meralco is the one distributing the power and collecting the billings, the payment. Dito. Now, NGCP, so Meralco, guys, maliliit ang post. Ang electrical post nila is very, very short or ano lang, hindi masyadong high. And the transmission, the voltage or the voltage, yes, the voltage is not that high. Voltage ng Meralco. Kasi ano na sila, almost dulo na sila. From the power plant, from the power generation, the Napocor is the one in charge of the power plants. Sila basically yung nag-produce ng electricity. Napocor, National Power Corporation. So all the power plants, in majority of all the power plants, yung mga dams, geothermal, is under the supervision of Napocor. And of course, ang pinaka-main nila is to supply energy all over the Philippines, especially the rural side, countryside. And then, ano naman NGCP? So far clear, guys. Yung Napocor is yung power plant. Then Meralco is yung mga poste na maliliit, this one. And National Grid Corporation, this one is the big power lines. From the power plant, malaki ang pressure nito. So the voltage megawatts, megavolts. Tama, MV, megavolts. Yung pressure, electricity pressure is very high. And the electrical post is very high also for protection. So those outside the green, Meralco is in charge, is in control of the green area, green circles. And NGCP is this one, transmission line, yung big transmission line. Small transmission line is by Meralco. Distribution substation. Okay, this is the term, right, guys? Power station is the one power generation. In power plant, they generate the electricity. Power generation. Then transmission is handled by National Grid Corporation. Transmission of the electricity, big voltage, very high voltage, mega voltage, or kilo voltage. Then Meralco is distribution to the consumers. And sila yung nagko-collect ng, they are the one collecting the money. The bill, the charges the consumers and collect the money to pay for the services of NGCP. Actually, guys, NGCP is already private. Now, the president now, I think, is Henry C. Jr. Yung anak ni Henry C. SM, owner ng SM. And China raw, I heard China rin. China is yung power company ng China, national power company ng China, is also in control of NGCP. But again, guys, NGCP is private, but ang purpose nila is hindi sila yung owner. They are not the owner. They just operate and maintain And yung mga expansion, sila yung in charge. Siyempre, may certain fee sila. We pay for their services. Siyempre, they expand, they maintain the lines, the transmission lines. And siyempre, of course, they need profit. They need to ROI, return of investment. But the owner is still our national government. Yung the electrical posts that they build, the structures, the lines, transmission line is still owned by the government. Gets nyo, guys? Kasi bawal yon. No foreigner should own the utilities. Dapat ganun eh. Ewan ko ba't binenta yung Manila Water but Manila Water is private company. I don't know why. Manila Water and MWS now owned by Ayala. Manila Water is Ayala. MWSS is owned by Panganiban, MVP. So far clear? Understand na, guys, ang difference? It will be part of the exam. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Sige ha. Understand ha? Sige dito. So to explain further, power plant again is under control by Napocor. They produce the power. And the power will be transmitted or transmission lines carry the high voltage. Mataas ang pressure nito. Again, guys, di ba yung voltage refer to pressure. The push, yung push ng electricity. No, in terms of water supply, kapag mahina ang pressure ng tubig, nagkaagawan yung mga kapitbahay. Kaya minsan wala na pumapasok sa second floor mo, sa third floor. Water cannot reach the top floors. That's why some houses, they have power pumps. Or yung cheaper alternative is yung water tank above. So yung water tank above, kasi yung water pump is very expensive in terms of electricity, and it should run only a few minutes or hours a day to save electricity. Kaya you need big tank, overhead tank, para yung pump mo is not overused and your electricity will not be too high. So you need a water tank from BU1. Napag-aralan niyo yung BU1, tapos yun na kayo sa BU1, di ba? To increase pressure, you need water tank, overhead tank, or yung pump sa baba. But yun again, yung pump will cost you electricity cost, high electricity cost. So in electricity, you need one of my questions during your graded recitation is what is the difference between 220 or 110? Can you save? Actually, almost lahat kayo tama sa answer. We pay for the wattage. So yung voltage times the ampere. Ampere naman is yung volume it refers to the volume of electricity flow in your house. Yung flow ng electricity, yung volume niya. So if your pipe is bigger or your wiring is bigger, diameter, the higher the ampere. Mas mataas ang ampere niya. That's why yung second question ko during in your graded recitation is, why is poor countries use 220 voltage compared to rich country 110 sila? Because mainly yung copper wire is very expensive. So we are trying to avoid buying very expensive copper wires. So instead, increase na lang yung pressure voltage, mas cheaper than buying copper wires. So inside your house, since 220 siya, mas malakas yung pressure ng tubig the pressure of the voltage 220 is actually double, two times, para siyang, yes, two times ng 110. So actually, you can also use 110 in your house, and you can also use 220. May wiring ano lang yun, may wiring system lang yun. But medyo nakakalito, we are trying to avoid that one because it's very confusing. Masisira yung appliances. Imagine if you sasaksakan mo ng 110, yung 220 sasaksak mo sa 110, and you have tendency human error. But actually, you can use 110 or 220 in your house. Simple wiring lang yun. So again, our main purpose is to save on copper wires, very expensive copper wire. Same with the transmission lines. They use very high voltage so that the power lines, yung transmission lines, will be hindi siya ganun ka-expensive. It will not be too expensive. So that's why the power generators, yung National Grid Corporation, NGCP, is increasing the voltage na lang, mega voltage. You will apply building permits kasi, so you need, again, the reason why I'm discussing the distribution of electricity, Meralco, NGCP, and Napocor, because you are architect and you will apply building permits. So part of the building permit is electrical supply of the building, utilities, supply of electricity, and yung tubig din, you need to apply for utilities. So kaya dapat you should be aware as architect how is the system in the Philippines. So again, Meralco, you will apply in a Meralco. So yung Napocor, hindi na masyado natin concern, pero at least alam natin yung kung saan galing yung kuryente. Napocor and NGCP. Okay, I'll present again. Saan ako naputol, guys? So dito, going back. Okay. Again, power plant is owned by Napocor, National Power Corporation. And from the power plant, you need transformer to step up yung voltage. Very high voltage, millions of volts or thousands of volts to the transmission lines. Very high because the pressure is high, the voltage is very high, so it's very dangerous. No, that's why the power pole is very high. The power towers. So from the transmission line, it will go to the distribution. So again, you need a very high voltage in the transmission lines because the distances is very far from the power plant sa mountains. Usually nasa mountains sila or somewhere isolated place yung mga planta, somewhere in provinces ang location, not in the city. So from the provinces or rural isolated places in the provinces or rural places, it will go to the transmission lines via high voltage, and then it will go to the city or the distribution neighborhood. So the transformer here, from high voltage, mega voltage or thousands of voltage, it will reduce the voltage na lang. So say if from million of 1.5 megavolts, it will reduce the electricity to thousands of volts, say 100,000 volt. Then from this transformer, it will now be distributed by Meralco. Meralco will operate in the cities, Manila only. Yung other companies are operating in the provinces na. Separate naman yon from Meralco. Very independent. Separate sila from Meralco. So from the distribution line, it will go now to your house. So from 1000 of volt, it will now be reduced from from inside your house to 220 volts na lang. That is manageable. So I think everyone has been electrocuted at home. No. All of you experience being touching the wires, live wire.
Kanina lang po, sir.
Kanina lang. So nakakakiliti lang siya, di ba? So it's not dangerous. And also inside the house you have fuse or breakers. No? But from the outside your house, yung pole doon mataas yung kuryente na yun, pwede kang mamatay doon, ha? Never touch those wire. From Meralco post, what is that? Ba't pumunta doon? So from the Meralco post, may transformer sa Meralco post, it will go directly to your house. Doon medyo mataas ang kuryente doon. Maybe 1000 voltage. And then inside your house will be reduced to 220 na lang because you have circuit breakers. May mga fuse sa bahay. So never touch the wire outside your house. Yun ang medyo nakakamatay. Masusunog kayo. 3rd-degree burn. And maybe patay kayo doon. Mahirap. So be careful guys. Kaya we have service pole. So separate yung Meralco pole, yung electrical post ng Meralco, separate yun. So in your property or in your project, building project or housing project, you need to provide a separate pole. Meralco supply. Okay, I think it's very clear na ito iba, no? No need to explain. So this one is I already explained. Again, this type of pole is very high because mega voltage nga. Very, very high pressure. It's very, very dangerous. Dito, absolutely sunog na sunog ka dito. Walang matitira sa'yo dito. And in fact, yung community below is also in danger. So meron ditong safe zone. There meron siyang building. There should be a building restriction along this area. Pero since Philippines, hindi masyado napapractice. It's not allowed totally to build a house or a building very near a high voltage tower. This one is the typical Meralco post. Before they used wooden pole. And this is the transformer. From the distribution lines of Meralco, it will be reduced, the power will be reduced, it will go to the transformer, and the transformer will step down on term, reduce the voltage or the pressure of the electricity. Kasi it's already in your house na. But still, it's very dangerous yung wire dito. This one is towards your house na. Going to your house na, conductor. This one is very dangerous, eh. Kaya delikado ang mga trabaho nito mga to. Meralco. Guys, kayo yung kamiting ko last time. Are you the one yung umulan? Yesterday ba? Last night? Kayo yun, ano?
Apo, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, actually,
Opo.
diba may lightning. Actually, nag-brown out after our meeting. Nag-brown out sa amin. But few hours lang, 2 or 3 hours, dumating ang Meralco na ayos nila. In our area lang, ha. Pero sa inyo, okay naman, hindi nag-brown out. You will learn that one. Hindi tinaman ng kidlat yung bahay ko kasi alam ko yung system kasi may grounding tayo, eh. Makikita nyo sa outside yung bahay nyo, meron siyang pole doon, di ba? I mentioned to you, you need to build a separate pole for the incoming electricity. From the Meralco post, papasok siya towards your house, you need to build a separate electrical pole outside your house or near the gate, sa gate ng bahay nyo, the property. So from that pole, you will provide a grounding para hindi tatamaan yung bahay mo ng lightning. If tamaan man siya ng lightning, the the power of the lightning will go down to the ground, earth. Yeah, minsan the term for grounding is an American term yun. But in British term, we call it earthing. So that is the simple way of lightning protection. Pero of course, meron mga high-end na lightning protection. They provide conductors sa lahat ng walls, and they provide lightning rod sa bubong. But simple application is yung yung grounding, naka-ground siya. So once na pumasok ang kuryente sa inyo, every time na may lightning guys, make sure na disconnect niyo lahat ng appliances. Disconnect niyo. Paano niyo malalaman if the lightning is near or far? Hindi naman ito graded recitation. Who can answer? How can you know if the lightning is near or far? Your house or your...
Magbibilang, sir.
Anong binibilang mo? What is ano yung distance, ano yung binibilang mo?
Yung sound, sir.
Yes, tama. So once you can see the lightning, di ba, strike, and then you count how many seconds or minutes before you can hear the sound of the lightning. So tama kayo, very good. So take be observant guys. If you saw a lightning, always count yung sound kung kailan magre-reach sa tenga nyo. Kapag malapit na, make sure na magtago ka na. Ang best place for me is yung bahay. The bahay is very safe kasi because of the grounding that we installed in our house. Safe ang bahay. Concrete pati ang bahay. Ang pinaka-dangerous is outside, yung trees. And also, ang safest pa sa akin is yung vehicle, inside the vehicle, the car. So that one is safe. Remember, yung car, meron siyang tires. So the tire is insulation material yan. So hindi papasok sa kanya yung charges ng ground. Kasi kaya naman nagla-lightning strike because of the nag-attract yung positive, negative, positive, opposite attracts, di ba? So say yung lightning is positive, then yung ground, yung energy sa ground is negative. So it will strike definitely. Pero yung car, you have a tire. So inside your car, you are safe. And inside your house, you are safe because meron ka ng grounding. Wala nang charge yung bahay mo. If ever tamaan man, pupunta sa ground, hindi sa bahay mo. Directly sa ground siya pupunta. Okay, clear guys? Just to be safe lang ha. Okay. So again, this is very high. This is NGCP. This is Meralco. Again, this is the rule, no? So there should be certain distance where you can build your house, because the lines, the transmission line, because of the high voltage of electricity flowing is very dangerous, no? Yeah, that's why power plant is built very far from the community, hindi masyado mabasa yung illustration. Can you see, guys? Illustration? So there's certain distance where you can build your house. I think it's 30 meters from the transmission lines. Depends on the building code or the regulation restrictions. Transmission tower. This is Meralco Tower. Transmission tower. Okay, so in designing your house or your building, you have to know whether the electricity flowing or coming to your house is 3-phase or single phase. Meron pang double phase. But usually it's 3-phase or single phase lang. I'm not really technically uh, know the difference. Ano. Before na discuss sa akin dito, nakalimutan ko na eh. But just be sure, nakwento ko na sa inyo before, I have in my team, I have electrical engineers and mechanical engineers. But minsan busy yung electrical engineer ko, kaya minsan kumukuha kami ng electrical sa ibang. Kung may development, kung may renovation sa building namin, or kaya meron kaming floors na bagong rental sa Chiyoda, ni-rent na bagong floor, kinuha ng bagong floor. So we will expand yung namin office namin. So minsan yung may building engineer is assigned abroad sa China, sa Japan, minsan assign siya. So I need to borrow electrical engineer or sa ibang department. So he is not directly reporting to me. So ang nangyari, since hindi siya directly reporting to me, niloloko niya yung building mechanical ko. Since bago yon and bata, hindi niya sinasabi yung about electrical supply. Supposed to be, building mechanical and building electrical is BFF. Best friend yan lagi. Best friend forever. They work hand in hand. Magkatulong yan dalawang lagi yan. Kasi the one supplying electricity to mechanical equipments is syempre electrical engineer. So yung electrical engineer nasa ibang department, hindi niya sinasabi na 3-phase pala yung supply sa building. We assume yung mechanical engineer ko, hindi ko naman masyadong tinututukan. Ang alam niya, ang binili naming aircon is 1-phase. Ang nakalagay sa drawing is 1-phase. Ang design niya, 1-phase na air conditioning. Binili yung aircon, ikinabit yung aircon. Sakalan siya, nung ikinabit yung aircon, sakalan niya in-inform kami na 3-phase yung building, yung supply. Kita mo kalokohan niya, di ba? We submitted the drawings, it's indicated 1-phase. Tahimik siya. Very silent, tinatago niya yung information na 3-phase yung supply. We bought the equipment, tahimik pa rin siya. Hindi na solid kagad yung air conditioning. And then we installed the air conditioning. Saka lang siya nagsalita nung na fully installed na yung air conditioning unit. So hindi na namin masosole yon kasi it's already installed. Pwede namin sole, but it will be 50% lang ang payback. Kalokohan yun. Dilugi yung company. Malulugi kami. Ngayon, sinumbong ko kalokohan ito sa mga superior ko, sa boss ko, department manager ko, and then sa department manager niya. Sinumbong ko makalokohan nito. Kasi mas matanda siya sa office, and then yung tao kong mechanical engineer is bata lang, under training pa lang yun. Dapat siya nagmo-monitor sa kanya, nagtuturo sa kanya, nag-guide. Ako, I was busy with architectural. And it's not my line of field kasi sila dapat na nag-uusap dyan yung supply ng kuryente Gets nyo guys? Kaya minsan, kailangan talaga natin pag-aralan itong trabaho ng engineers talaga. Kasi maluloko tayo Mga wais itong mga And minsan, sila, these engineers, minsan they don't cooperate with each other. Like yung my example, they don't talk to one another. Kasi different contract yan, different payment, different owner. So, self-interest nila ang always will govern. Yung interest nila, they will protect their interest. And against other engineers. So, that's why we as architect, should lead. Tayo talagang leader sa site. We should be the master builder. Kaya you should know the utilities. Otherwise, magulo ang project like yung waterfront, napakagulo. Imagine, interior client nangingialam. Hindi naman na-practice yung client. Tapos in-introduce ako too late na, ang dami nang mali sa drawing. Ewan kung gagawin nila doon. Imagine, yung sa waterfront project, yung generator, nasa basement. Di ba obviously binabaha ang Adamson? Ang UN Avenue binabaha. And building code says that there's certain level where you can put your backup generators. So yung flood line or yung water line, if you're on the shoreline, hindi ka dapat mag-build doon sa meron siyang line. Dapat above ka doon. Eh nasa basement ka. So against ka na sa building code and obviously naman, it's common sense. Kapag flooded ang generator mo, wala ka nang you don't have power para to use your pump. 'Di ba? You need to pump yung water flooding. Nag-flood sa basement. So how can you pump now? How can you use your pump to remove the flood water sa basement? You cannot kasi because your generator is already flooded, damaged. Kita mo stupidity, di ba? It's common sense. Hindi mo na kailangan ang reason na electrical, hindi raw sila pinayagan ng structural kasi mabigat ang generator. Hindi pwede naman ganun. Yung electrical is also important. Structure is also important. Now, yung problem should be given to the architect to solve the problem. Ang company, yung HBA, is very poor on engineering. Puro sila design, facade designer, interior designer. Wala silang full-fledged na architect talaga. Meron mga bata, newly grad. Adamson yung isa or yung dalawa. Again, bata pa kasi, hindi ko sila masisi. Inexperienced pa. Guys, understand the importance, kaya kaya tinuturo ko mabuti sa utilities. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Irfan, can you follow?
Yes,
Because
sir.
I'm talking Tagalog sometimes, I'm sorry, ha?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's okay, sir.
Better in Taglish. Okay, so far you roughly know the importance, ano? So, lahat nadaanan natin. Lahat na, no? Almost all. I'm sure you're from Iran, Irfan? Iran?
No,
You're
sir. Pakistan.
Yes, Pakistan, I forgot. What is the electrical supply? What voltage do you use in Pakistan?
I didn't notice.
Okay. Actually, it's only to go to Pakistan because it's very near Nepal. Nepal is where Mount Everest is. Kaya yun yung dream destination ko actually. Pakistan and Nepal. Kaya lang nagka-earthquake, kaya hindi natuloy ako. They had an earthquake, big earthquake, kaya I did not push through with my travel. I like to climb mountains, pero Mount Everest, hindi ko naman, I'm not aiming to climb Mount Everest talaga. Just to see. It is the highest. Also, Pakistan is very high, right? How high is Pakistan? Irfan. Elevation. Irfan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How high is Pakistan from sea level?
Sea level? I don't know, sir.
Very high also, diba? It's a mountainous country. Mountainous siya, diba? It's near Nepal.
Actually, our highest mountain is K2. It's near Mount Everest.
Okay. So I think also Pakistan is one of the highest. Nepal is the
Yes.
highest place on Earth. So maybe also it's cold in Pakistan, correct? It's very cold, right?
Not now.
Not
It's
now.
not.
Compared to Nepal.
Yes.
Okay.
On December, it will be winter.
You have snow in Pakistan.
Yes.
Okay. 4 seasons also. Wow.
That's why I'm
Okay.
missing their season.
When did you went back to Pakistan?
Last year, sir.
Last year, but no plans now.
No, in summers I went there.
Okay.
In
Anyway, sorry
summers I
guys.
went there.
Okay. I'll continue now. Sorry ha. I'm interested lang in Pakistan eh. What else? So, last topic, guys. First part lang. I will not discuss all. First part. Fundamentals of electricity. So, we now go to inside the building. So, we know where the power, how to produce power, where is, what is the power plant, the distribution lines, the transmission lines, we already know, and then Meralco, the billing. So now we go to electrical design itself. Electrical design for buildings. So obviously, electricity is one of the, not actually necessity. Water is a necessity. So it's electricity, I think, is a luxury that we need in life, in our life. Because without electricity, we don't have TV. We don't have refrigerators. Cooking, it's difficult to cook. What else? uh, Temperature, you don't have air conditioning or heating, ventilation, electric fan, mechanical ventilation. So it's really a luxury that we actually really need in our life. It's not a necessity, but it's a very important component of our life. But actually, me, I can live without electricity. I prefer nature. Mas gusto ko ang nature, yung dating way of life. Siguro internet or connectivity lang pinaka ano sa akin important, that electricity is required. Connectivity, computers, entertainment. Okay. So what is electricity anyway? So in our first meeting, I told you that it's electricity in my definition, and actually it's the definition. It's a flow of electrons. So in comparison to plumbing, flow of water or liquid, in BU2, it's flow of electrons. Kaya we have a high pressure flow, high voltage, and we have low voltage, low pressure, 220. And yung sa battery is direct current. And then we have alternating current. We will discuss now, hopefully. So that is the simple definition you can explain to people. Ano? If somebody asks you, it's flow of electrons. You can feel electricity. You can die actually if you touch electricity, and you can burn and die touching electricity. But you cannot directly see the flow of electricity. Mahabang writings. Siguro I will just explain simple. I mentioned to you that preliminary exam for laboratory will be calculation. Hopefully, yun yung schedule ko, but I'll check if we can kung abutin natin yung calculation, schedule of load. You need to calculate na. 'Di ba after you design the lighting layout, again, sorry, reminder, submission of your first plate for laboratory will be 1 week. So submission is on September 9, midnight. So 3 A4 size paper, you scan and submit to Blackboard. Then after lighting layout, we will proceed with power layout, and then wiring layout, and then calculations na. I will teach you how to calculate yung table. We will use Excel or manual lang if you like. But Excel, I think you need Excel para mabilis ang calculations. It's simple calculations lang naman eh. Everybody knows how to use Excel spreadsheet. Guys, you know how to use Excel? Meron ditong calculations, ha?
Yes, sir.
Everybody knows, simple lang naman eh, very simple, table. Like the one in the sample drawings that I provided. So this is similar to the one I just showed you. Power distribution diagram, schematic diagram of power distribution. So from the power plant and GCP, NAPOCOR, power transmission station or power plant, it will go to the distribution lines or to NGCP grid. Now, guys, many people now are off the grid. When you say off the grid, they use windmills or solar panels. Hindi na sila nagre-rely sa Meralco. I don't know how they do that because air conditioning, you need very high voltage. Wattage. And yung ref mo, yung electric range, yung heaters, they require very high wattage. Ewan ko paano na how they manage to use solar lang. So when you say you're off the grid, you're not connected to National Grid Corporation or to Meralco. Meralco pala, not NGCP. Off the grid. So from power transmission station, it will go to distribution lines, high voltage, 250 or mega voltage mga to eh. It's actually 1.5 mega voltage, 1.5 mega voltage. Then to the distribution power. Then you have transformer to step down the voltage, reduce the voltage to your house. This is the voltage for the distribution lines is only 23,000 volts, less than 100,000. But for the transmission lines, 250,000 volts or higher, 1.5 megavolts. So the secondary power services may be 240 volts in the Philippines, or 220, or 208, plus or minus. Okay. So again, voltage referred to is an electrical system analogous to pressure. Meaning, ano sila? Same meaning. Voltage and pressure refers to pressure. Pressure as to water system. It is the force or yung push of electricity, the flow, the pressure that overcomes the frictions and makes power available over long distance. That's why it's better to increase the voltage than to increase the ampere, the size of the copper. Because copper is very, very expensive than transformers. Transformer is not expensive compared to copper, buying so many copper wires, very big copper wires. And napuputol yun. It has a tendency to be cut. Transformer is not so expensive compared to copper wires. So the voltage in the wires behind your house may be 20 to 30 voltage. Okay. So outside your house, the voltage from the Meralco post, the voltage is around 20 to 30 kilovolts. Kaya pwede kayo mamatay dito if you touch the wires outside your house. Outside the meter. So iwasan yung kumapit doon sa wire na yun. Very dangerous. But it must be reduced to a pressure that is usable for commercial or residential use. May occupants na eh. So it has to be safe. The standard power delivered to your house is 240 nga in the Philippines or 208. So again, I already mentioned this one. Usually, from the Meralco post to your house is usually 3 wires or 3 phase. You have negative, positive, and then you have the neutral. Sometimes you also have a single phase. This one. Kaya if you buy air conditioning, you have to make sure it matches the supply from the Meralco post. Every area different yan. It's different depending depending on the transformers. So that's why you need to understand these terms. 3-phase and 1-phase, single phase. When 2-phase wires and neutral is connected to the device, it delivers to 40. But since there are devices that only requires 120 volts, such as lighting or hair dryers, computers and everything, it's 120. This type of electricity system is called single phase. Yun nga. So normally if your house is 220, it's 3-phase na siya. Oh, this is the rough explanation, no? Medyo technical na eh. So, from the Meralco post to your meter, it will go underground. The wires will go underground and go to your panel. You have electrical yung circuit breakers. Electrical panel inside usually this is located near the kitchen or service room, yung storage room, very safe inside. So what time is it now? So from Meralco, it will go underground. The wires will go underground to your house, and it will go up to the panel, electrical panel. And then from the panel, it will be distributed to your separate from the right side will be lighting panel, lighting row. The other side will be power depending on your design. So say circuit number one is the living room and the dining combined. All the lighting outlet of living room and dining will be controlled by number one, circuit breaker number one. So say in my living room I have 7 lights. In the kitchen I have 5 lights. So total is 12 lights. So for each lighting outlet, a wattage is 100 watts per each. So 100 times 12 will be 1,200 watts. So the breaker that you will install here for panel number one will be capable of handling 1,000 watts. It's already 1 hour. What time did we start, guys? What time did
3:30,
we?
sir.
3:30. So I'm over na, no? Sobra na, 1.5 hour. And baka hindi nyo na-absorb. Slowly lang, baka hindi na pumasok sa isip nyo. I will discuss this one. This is related to calculations na eh. Ha? Next time na to. But you can see this drawing on my drawing JTR, the sample drawings. You can see actually the panels, the design of the panel. Kindly refer to my sample drawings, JTR house. Nandun yung clear explanation nito. So yung number 2 is power. Power sa living room, yung outlet sa power in the living room. So for each outlet, convenience outlet, we use 200 watts. Sa lightings is only 100 watts. Kasi lighting is low voltage lang, lightings. Especially now we use LED. But for power, this is very high wattage. And also, guys, remember how you use extension. Diba? We usually use extension pa. If the outlet, convenience outlet is not enough, we use extension pa. So that's why we assign 200 watts per convenience outlet. So say I have 4 outlet in the living room and 3 outlet in the dining area. Total is 7 outlets. So times 2, 200 watts per each. Total is 1,400 wattage. So basically the same sila. Gets nyo guys? Yung circuit number 1 and circuit number 2 should be the same ampere. Ampere is yung amount, volume ng electricity kasi you have 7 outlets na tig 200. So it's 1,400 wattage. So the ampere that you should use, the breaker capacity, ampere capacity of the breaker, yung volume ng electricity should handle 1,400 wattage. Meaning 220 times 1,400 is the ampere. Or divide. I will show you the formula. Not now. Baka ma-confuse kayo. Slowly. So the breaker serves as the ampere. So once may short circuit, say nag-overload somewhere in the living room or dining area, nag-overload yung power outlet mo. Sobrang dami ng extension mong inilagay. Di ba nagkaroon ng octopus connection? Nagka-overload. So to prevent fire, the breaker, circuit number 2, this number 2, will trip off. He will shut down, temporary shutdown, yung power supply to the living room and dining. Mawawala ang power supply doon. But the rest, other rooms, yung bedroom, kitchen, toilets, and saka sa iba pa, you have power only in the living room because you had a short circuit, overloading. No? So this is one way to protect your house against fire or ano. So understand guys? Okay na ba? Did you get? Hopefully you get my explanation ha. Irfan, can you understand?
Yes, sir.
So I'll be saying goodbye na guys. And we have 2 recordings na. You may stop the recording na. And again,